There we go. What's up, everyone? Aaron Nagler here with Cheesehead TV, coming to you live on the social channels Thursday morning. Packers in the midst of a week of preparation for the Houston Texans. David Bakhtiari did not practice yesterday. God, no. Please, God, no. Obviously, all eyes will be on the padded practice today. Yesterday saw, I think it was 13 guys on the injury report. If Bakhtiari is unable to go, I fully expect them to kick out Elton Jenkins at left tackle. But we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But that's my guess right now. Good morning, everybody in the comments section. Football, what's up? Are you all right? Starting off with the Aaron Rodgers questions, I see. Very good. Can we move on from the Tampa game, please? The players have. Matt, I literally just talked about the Texans game. Literally led with it. You're legit the first person to mention the Tampa game. Congratulations. You played yourself. Carry that G. That's what I'm all about, baby. Afternoon from the UK. What's up? Purple Daisy 6. It's quite the handle. Good morning from New York City. Good AM. What's up, Rick? How are you? Drew, A.J. Dillon, do you expect a bigger role for him as the season goes on? Not after I asked Rodgers about him yesterday. Aaron made it pretty clear that a big reason he was out there for the extensive amount of time that he was against the Bucs was because they were down 3 or 4 scores. So, I actually agree with Aaron when he says, Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams are playing at an incredibly high level. There's no reason to force A.J. Dillon into the mix. I think he'll continue to see spot duty unless there's an injury. That would be my guess. Did Irvin break his wrist or something? I don't know if he broke it, Julia, but it's clearly quite injured. The fact that he's still not practicing. All right, let's go here, shall we? Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Thoughts on Rob Demovsky saying Rodgers seemed down? I probably wouldn't have phrased it that way. I understood why Rob felt it necessary to ask him the question, if he was okay. I probably would have framed it a little differently. I probably would have asked if it was necessary to ask if he had an issue with the media, because it was pretty clear that he did yesterday. But Rob wanted to know what was up, and Aaron responded like he did, and away we go. I don't think it's that big a deal, really. Ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, no one gives a shit what we think, the people asking the questions. Everyone gives a shit about what Aaron thinks. And now we know what Aaron thinks. Don't project that on him, man. Jack, thanks for the super chat. I like Savage's potential, underwhelmed, however. I said last night, I think it was Bukowski put up a tweet that said, if Savage is unable to go against this receiving core of the Texans, it would be suboptimal. To which I responded, Savage should hope so, because are we even going to know that he's not out there if he's not out there? And that's not to belittle his game. He is a fine safety. But when you trade up in the first round for a guy, you certainly expect a few more game-changing type plays, a few more wow plays, something to make you turn your head, something to make you take notice. And so far, there has been precious little, not just through his career, but especially this season. He hasn't even been around the football. So maybe that's the scheme, maybe that's whatever, but yeah, I expect more out of Savage. Nathan, thank you for the super chat. Vikings have some good wide receiver, have more good wide receivers than wins. Hashtag Euchre season. I love it. Sean, thanks for the super chat. I just discovered transplants. Thank you for that. Also, why don't I ever hear the name Jerry Gray as a possible replacement for Pettin? Well, you do if you get up in my mentions anytime. That's almost always the first name that's thrown out. I've heard Jerry Gray, I've heard Dan Quinn, and I've heard Mike Zimmer. And I think probably in order of succession, those are the possibilities. But got a long way to go on that one. And thanks for checking out transplants. Sean Wolf, thanks for the super chat. How do we match up with Houston? I'm concerned with them being an uncommon opponent regardless of record. Yeah, you should be. They're very talented. I think they have a lot of really good pieces on offense. Watson is a real threat, both with his arm and his legs. Can make the Packers look real silly real quick. On defense, they've got pass rushing juice. They can't stop the run to save their life. And that's where the Packers have to attack. They have got to run the fucking ball this week. Make this the Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams show. That's what's got to happen. 1,000%. Let me see. Dillon just needs to learn how to catch like Jones and Williams had to. That's probably true. Trash Panda, what's up, buddy? What was your favorite Robert Foster memory? Oh, how everybody was so sure that once they got him from Buffalo, he was the next deep threat. And now he's no longer a Packer. D-Train and Resurrection this weekend, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. And we'll see. What was your thought on the team having 13 injuries after this week, right after a bye? We got worked over physically. Is this team not in the right condition? No, Zach, no. No, God, please, Jesus, no, don't go down that road. Don't go down they got to fire the strength and conditioning staff road, or they're not working out right road. No, they're playing NFL football. Look around the league. Look at any team. Every team is banged up. Last year was a complete anomaly when it comes to the health of that football team in 2019. That's why it's so frustrating that they were unable to take advantage and get to the Super Bowl, because no team is ever that healthy. No, it's not a question of training. They're not doing something wrong. They're playing football. Hence, they are hurt. It's that simple. Nuclear Family, thanks for the super chat. Is it players, not plays, or plays, not players now? It's a good question. A good twist on the old adage. I still think it's players, not plays. And obviously the Packers have done a lot with plays. I think they need to do maybe a bit better recognizing which players are asking to do what and utilizing their talents that way. But that's a good question. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Between you and Corey, who's Jeffrey and who's Walter? Would that make Olive's dog Donnie? You guys are too much. Thanks for the super chat. Now that's a Facebook question. Oh, I love you guys. Since everyone wants to bring back old wide receivers, can we bring back Brett Swain and go 5 wide? I'm all in on that. Counterpoint, the Bears are that healthy every year. They just suck. Left tackle, any info? Just that Bakhtiari missed practice with the chest injury yesterday. Today will be very telling. If he misses again today, there's no way he plays on Sunday. I'm already resigned to the fact that he's probably not going to play on Sunday. I tend to think they'll probably push out Elton Jenkins to left tackle. That's my guess. Return of Capers, or did he really leave? Nags, I'm up early watching cricket. Cricket, George. What's up? Hello from New York. I think it's going to be a closer game than we think Sunday. Still think the Packers get the win. Oh, Brian, I would very much tend to agree with that. I think Houston's going to be able to move the ball. There is zero doubt in my mind about that one. I want Aaron to have 7 attempted passes. That's it, George. That would be the dream in this game. Run the freaking ball. Timeline on Kamal Martin's return. Well, he's got 2 more weeks until they have to activate him or put him down for the year. I mean, that sounds bad, right? Put him down, take care of her? No. He's got 2 more weeks. So we'll see what they do this week. If they activate him, I would suspect, much like they did with EQ last week, if they do end up activating him, it will be announced on Saturday. That's when we'll get that news. Preston Meyer, thank you for the super chat. Can you recall any players that played for the Pack who you personally thought could have been great but were thrown into an unfair situation? DeJuan Harris. That was my boy. Used car salesman. He was going to be a great Packers back until they drafted Eddie Lacy, and basically he lost his starting job because of it. Love me some DeJuan. Nuclear Family, thank you for the super chat. Hey, George, me too. The IPL and cricket is awesome. I've got some cricket up in here. I love it. Fun fact. Thank you, Stefan, for the super chat. Adams out. We are fine. Irvin out. We have a problem. Interesting. Go Pack Go from Austria. No, they don't have a problem with Irvin out. I just talked about this yesterday and the day before. They were fine. Irvin being out didn't kill the offense. What killed the offense was the game plan and Aaron Rodgers and the pressure. But Irvin being in there wasn't going to pick up the blitz. Come on. Irvin being in there wasn't going to stop Aaron Rodgers from throwing a pick 6 and completely turning the tide of the game. Come on. Does Irvin have a broken wrist? Not that I know of, but the Packers don't have to tell us, so we don't know. Is the J.J. Watt conversation real? No. Love to see Dillon on short yardage, especially goal line. Yeah, I asked Matt about it when he was on transplants, and I just don't see it happening anytime soon. But maybe, hopefully, we'll see. It'd be fun to watch. Also watching the cricket. So many people watching the cricket. I'm going to have to turn on the cricket when I'm done. Exciting stuff. Big B with the breaking news. The Packers are not trading for J.J. Watt. Thank you. Thank you, Big B. Thanks for being Johnny on the spot there. Oh, Brandy, that's a tough one. I am not a big fan of paying running backs for second contracts. Should the Packers re-sign Aaron Jones? That's the billion-dollar question, and it's one that Brian Gutekunst and Russ Ball have to grapple with all season long. I suspect they get something done prior to the start of free agency, but that's just guesswork on my part. Now, I don't think it's going to be a crazy contract, not going to be in line with what Dalvin Cook and Derrick Henry have gotten. I do think it'll probably be a bit rich for some Packers fans' blood, but I think they find a way to get it done. But there's a lot of ball game left there. Trash Panda, what's up, buddy? I want to see some jet sweeps from EQ on Sunday. Get him going. Also, if Bakhtiari is out and Jenkins kicks out to left tackle, does Runyon slide into left guard? Yes, that would be my guess. We saw Runyon play there earlier in the year. He held up in week 1, I think it was. He held up just fine. So, yeah, I'm down with that. How was Josh Jackson after reviewing tape? Inconsistent. He had some really great plays, and he had some really bad plays. And that has been his MO pretty much since he was drafted. You'd like to see a little bit more polish there. It's disappointing because you guys know I really liked what I saw this summer. But this is probably the most extensive action we've got to see from him. And the good stuff is great, and you really like to see it, and it's really promising. But then he reverts to some bad habits, especially downfield when he's soloed up. That's hard. What else we got? Could the franchise tag be in play for next year? Steven, I highly doubt it. Just because of the salary cap undoubtedly shrinking, most of those tag numbers are going to be really tough for the Packers to work around. So I would tend to think no. And I think that's what's going to make it real tough when it comes to guys like Bakhtiari, and maybe even Kevin King, because they can't tag those guys. The hit to their cap would be incredible. So, yeah, I doubt it. Jay Sternberger, will we reveal the burger sweep this weekend? I'm down for it, man, especially if Tanyan's injury is anything that has to keep him out of the game. Going to have to see a lot more from Sternberger. I'm here for it. Bully Vegas, what's up? If you could trade for any player, regardless of cap or anything, who would it be? Oh, good question. Akeem Hicks from the Bears. I love him. Probably my favorite non-Packer. And he's a fucking awesome player. More scared of sharks or lightning? Sharks, definitely. We're going to need a bigger boat. BJ Raji, coming back. You better believe it will. Market zero, dude. Pogs, what's up, buddy? How did Kenny the GOAT do his first game back from the injury? Kenny Clark was up and down. I think he was definitely getting his legs back. No doubt about that. He was certainly paid attention to by the Bucs. There's no doubt about that. Brad, thanks for the super sticker. Greatly appreciated, buddy. Should the Packers release Preston Smith after this season to save money? Not necessarily. Is it a possibility? You better believe it. Nags, I think there's a possibility that the Packers only sign 33 to a 2-year contract that is friendly for both sides and he can still hit free agency again or a big payday after the 2 years is up. Evan, there's every possibility that happens. That's pretty much the playbook that they utilized for Randall Cobb back in the day. And it wouldn't surprise me to see them try that, situation with Jones. No question. Now, takes 2 to tango, but we'll see. Are we going after AB? No. People texting me always. Can cut Turner to save money. Why do you want to cut Turner? Like, Turner's playing fine. Like, he had a rough game on Sunday, but man, you guys just want to just cut everybody. Like, you need a team. You need players. Not everyone's going to be a superstar. Randall Cobb back to the pack. As crazy as that sounds, I don't hate the idea. I really don't. Give him a slot guy, someone that Rodgers loves and trusts. I mean, he showed he can still be productive with Dallas. He hasn't gotten a ton of opportunities this year with Houston, but I don't hate the idea. I really don't. Now, I think that's mostly fantasy football talk, but be fun. We need a good wide receiver. They have good wide receivers. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Market 8. Yes, Walter. Market 8. Andrew, market 0. Thanks for the super chat. Trash Panda, thanks again. Any Alvin Jones news / update on signing with Green Bay? Nothing outside of the announcement that he and Aaron Jones have started that foundation that I think was out yesterday. But yeah, no, I said, I think it was earlier this week. I'm pretty sure that that's mostly information gathering on the Packers' part, but we'll see. I would tend to think the signing of Burgess was probably the move they're going to make as far as bringing in linebacker depth. Why does it seem that Za'Darius is the only one making plays? Because he's the only one making plays. More sterling analysis from Aaron Nagler. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not a mystery, man. The defense has been lackluster. Jair's made plays, and Za'Darius has made plays. We've seen flashes from other guys, but as far as a down in, down out, game in, game out, those are the two. And they desperately need more guys stepping up to make plays. No doubt about it. Is our current team built for a traditional 4-3? Andrew, I know some people think so. I'd be interested to see how that would shake out. I mean, we've got guys that are putting their hand in the dirt already in the Smiths and maybe Gary, but I think it would be a bit more of an overhaul than maybe most people think it would be. What invisible potion did Savage take this year? Ooh, damn. I mean, I don't know, but it's hard to say you notice him much during the game or even watching on tape. What type of asset would it take to get Cobb? I don't hate it, Justin. I have no idea. Probably a day 3 pick. That would be my guess. Lewis, thanks for the super chat. Do you think J.K. Scott's punting has to improve? Yes. He did not have a great game against the Buccaneers. The one game where he was actually called upon to do his job. I think he up to that point had punted 6 times all year. I think he punted 6 times in the first half. That's hyperbole, but you know what I mean. And they weren't good enough. Not nearly consistent enough. Not nearly high and long enough. Definitely has to get better. Do you think we missed a pep talk, fire a guys up type of leadership? Julia, not necessarily. I mean, this is the kind of these are the kind of questions that come out after a loss, right? Especially when you get your ass whooped. And the Packers have never been that type of team where they're going to talk some trash and pump each other up, blah, blah, blah. They're very much a reflection of their leadership. And Matt and Aaron, and even Mike before them, is very week by week, same message, get back to the process, trust what got you there. And look, they've played 5 games and they've killed it in 4 of them. Yes, they've had one bad performance, and that is the latest one, and that's the one we were all going to focus on and talk about. But, that body of work is still there, and it's still, part of the season and part of their work and process. So I don't think they're going to overreact to one game. That's just me. Off-season Big Lebowski watch party. Dustin, this is the best idea I have ever heard. I am all in on that. Trash Panda, thanks for the super chat. Scrooge is an underrated movie, as you ask me. Could not agree more. Absolutely love Bill Murray classic. All right, guys, I'm going to have to get going. Can't thank you enough for all the super chats, for hanging out, talking some Packers. Please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel. And hey, if you want to support everything we do, it's a great time to jump on board and become a Patreon member, because the Patreon happy hour is tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. The info is on the Patreon page. It's $5 a month. Help support everything we do at Cheesehead TV. But if you can't hop on board, totally understand. Just hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.